In that world, Facebook is the government, not the Fed.
Hey, what do you think of it? What do you think of that?
When you think of the company that is best positioned to create the most realistic virtual world for humans, you think about which company has the most data between human interactions, how humans interact with each other, and which company has the most data about that, the most data patterns in terms of comments, reactions. People think it's a like, a love, I care for you, I don't like that. And we're talking about AI that can read, any language, not just French, English, we're talking about Spanish, all the languages that are on the platform, all interactions.
Even translation, even Creole.
Exactly. The Facebook groups, the private groups, it's all data that Facebook collects, even in the messengers, how people communicate in private, and not only Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, what else? I think it's Messenger. So Messenger, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Facebook, all that data and how humans interact with each other. And now they're going to pour it in their universe called Meta. And they're going to create this world where they have all these presets, all these patterns in how humans behave with each other on any issues, whether it's politics, whether it's economics, whether it's racial, they have it all. They have more than enough of what they need to replicate the real world in the virtual world. And companies are going to jump in on that. This is where cryptocurrency will be massively adopted, because in that world, Facebook is the government, not the Fed. And the currency in that virtual world is controlled by Facebook. So I would say, how do you capitalize on that, J-Bone ask? The companies that are going to create the cheapest and most reliable VR sets. Invest in those companies because people are going to need it. Think about the company. I would say, because it's something that people are going to buy, probably retail companies, probably going to be available in the Walmarts or in the Amazons. But definitely the companies that are going to create these VR sets. We have Oculus, but I'm not sure if they can scale to meet the demand, especially in China. So it's probably going to be I would say maybe a Chinese company or a big, maybe North American conglomerate of video games, probably Microsoft. I wouldn't be surprised if Microsoft is, because Microsoft has been successful in creating the software, the computers that was a monopoly in the whole world at some point. So I wouldn't be surprised if Microsoft, maybe through Xbox, can create, if you want, a VR set that will be a window or a point of entry in that new metaverse world. So I wouldn't be surprised. I would say definitely look into that. Look into the companies. Invest early in the companies that will create these VR sets, and also the cryptocurrency that are likely to be used in that virtual world. And I think DM, which is the one that Facebook is working on, I wouldn't be surprised that you have some DM dollars in that world, and people are gonna consume. They're gonna buy real stuff. I mean, they're gonna use the real money.
It used to be Libra before, right?
Libra, and it changed name because a lot of people wouldn't jump in. But definitely, I would say that all the data that Facebook has collected, legally or illegally, doesn't matter now. They're gonna use all that, and there's more data than we think. Think about, the date you created your Facebook account and how many pictures you set, how many status you've made, how many comments you've made. It's all stored somewhere.
If you enjoyed this little short segment from the podcast that we did, here where you can find the entire Wealth Engineering podcast. Click right here and we'll see you on the next one.